Krishna Gora Gandhi, Wellness Expert, MMTSL. For all you viewers, I would like to give a little introduction about MMTSL. That's Maharashtra Medical Tourism Service Limited. It's your gateway to affordable and holistic well-being of mind, body, and soul. It's a one-stop solution that caters all your medical and wellness needs. It offers you a hassle-free A to Z to E service with a world-class medical and wellness infrastructure. Today, we are not here just to have a conversation or talk about COVID-19, but to share with you an experience with one of my patients, Mr. Pratik Singh. He's the Vice President, International Sales in Jindal Steel, who had just recovered from COVID-19 and is now in a much better shape to share his COVID journey. So, welcome, Mr. Pratik, and really thankful that you have moved some of your precious time for us to come on this platform. Hello.
Thank you, Dr. Gora Gandhi, and thank you
And
for
by the way, how are you doing now?
I am very well. I'm mostly likely I'm completely recovered. I'm just as a precaution, I'm still fulfilling my home quarantine days. I think it is very essential for everyone, despite if they get their negative reports or anything for the welfare of society and families, that they still should go for a week's home isolation or quarantine, just to make sure that the virus or the contained body, is not spread into public very easily. So yeah, I think I'm pretty well. It's almost like 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I have come out of this. So yeah, things are pretty good and pretty stable.
Great. Actually, I would really appreciate if we would know your COVID journey from you instead of from my end. So for that, just want to start with few questions, if you're okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Can we?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. So just want to ask, when and how did you realize that something something medically is not right with you? There's some problem occurring or some difference. When did you notice that? And how did it started with?
See, basically, I'm already a diabetic patient from last 8 years. So, and my job involves quite a bit of international traveling. So when we first heard of the COVID thing, the first thing we did was we stopped all the international traveling and everything. And I would particularly mention our company, Jindal India, has spectacularly performed pretty well for taking care of employees, the safety, the cleanliness, all the concerned department, right, from management to HR to the bosses. They have made sure that we don't get into this panicking situation quite a lot. So I was already alert because I am a diabetic. So, and we were doing all the precautions that we could do in office. But on 26th or 27th of June, one fine morning when I woke up, I felt I'm having a fever and I checked it was 99 or so. So the first thing I did was I just asked everybody in the apartment and home to just leave the room and everything, and just because you are attentive, you have heard that these are the symptoms, etc. So you never want to take chance with these things. So for the initial 4-5 days, when the blood test and everything was going on and it showed a minor typhoid, so I was getting treated for that. But having said that, even that time also I had this thing in mind. So I contained myself to a room. I didn't go to office or any places, any such thing. And 5-6 days later, the temperature was not going down, and I was still feeling sick, and it reached to a level of 103 degrees Celsius. That's when
I remember you called me, and I was like, in typhoid, at times it happens. It's not a compulsion that you may be COVID positive, but in typhoid, it takes 3 to 4 days after starting an antibiotic. And even though if it doesn't get settled, then we must think about COVID thing.
Yes. So when I think it was almost 6th or 7th day, one of the senior doctors who is nearby me, and along when I consulted you, we thought we'll go for a COVID test. So I mean, getting COVID test is not that easy any which ways. Government has a lot of protocols and a lot of things. So, but any which ways, my criteria fitted that because the temperature was more than 6-7 days. The temperature was 102, 103. There was a little cough which was starting to come in, and I was feeling the heaviness of breath. So it fed everything. The first thing I did, what the government tells you, is the Arogya Setu app. So I went and I updated it there, And when I went to the hospital, we got it tested, and the next day the report came as in positive. So the first thing I think which everyone should think about being a responsible citizen is about people in your family, in your society. So we spoke in hospital, and me being diabetic, it is understood the first course is some hydroxychloroquine medicine and some Fabiflu, etc. So we decided, since I'm a diabetic, we'll do this in hospital. And there was some shortness of breathing and coughing thing. So we got admitted to the hospital. They took care of it, and I was pretty fine within a week's time and quite stable. And that's when we contacted you also, so for the post, the recovery which is required. And we went ahead with the treatment of yours, like the Ayurvedic ones, the Kadas, the tablets that we had, the Ayurvedic tablets.
The Chyawanprash, what I advised you to just start preventively.
Yes. Okay. So, and
what were the challenges you were facing during this? While facing all these problems, what were the challenges what you had?
The only challenge that you face amongst all these things is the society is still not very coped up with this. So they do not look it as a COVID. They normally look at you as an HIV patient, most of the other things.
I know, it's like a stigma. It's a social stigma nowadays.
But I think it's okay. The educated society, I am being very blessed to be working in a company where they took it very positively, to live in a society where they took it very positively. They followed all the procedures. The house was sealed, though the society kept an table and, the government dustbin outside stating that I did not need to go out, etc. And once again, I would like to mention the company was too much supportive. They just told me.
I still remember I called you, I WhatsApp, you were not able to pick up my call. So one of your assistants picked up your call and he was like, no, I've been I'm not allowed to give phone to Pratik sir. And you can just drop your message to me. Like almost for 2 days, I think I was not able to get connected to you.
Yeah.
When you were positive.
Not only during my hospital thing, even post that, and the management and the CEO of the company, and particularly, I think the most enlightening part was my conversation with CEO of our company few days before I got into it. I was seeing him very precautious, using tissues and everything near the toilets and everything. And I was like, Abhi itna kya zarurat hai, but then he told me, Pratik, you are diabetic. You have to be very precautious, You have to treat this time as a way that every second person that you are seeing or visiting may contain this virus. So that was something which went into my head, and I was like, yes, he being so elder to me is taking so much precautions and everything. Though even I took precautions, but I think it's a matter of thoda bahut luck bhi hai.
So what do you think, what would be the probable reason you getting infected with this COVID thing?
I think the only thing was, see, my workplace is absolutely very safe, to be honest. And home and...
So while traveling?
No, I think my home and everything was also very safe because nearby our society, I think within the range of 500 meters, I was the first case. So there's no one to blame eventually. So I think the only case happened was when I went for my diabetic checkup to one of the nearest hospitals. There is, for my regular diabetic checkup. And you have a lot of people coming in there who are having fever, who are having, all this kind of...
The phlebotomist could be one of...
So I think probably that is one of the...
your blood.
Yeah. Yes. And so I think that is one place where you can, I think that went wrong because of a little fever, it was subsiding. And when I went to the hospital, I think that's where I caught up, because the third or the fourth day, right after that visiting, was a day when the fever started getting up. So no one is to blame. I think we all are into it. But I think there are few important things which everyone has to take a lot of care about. Like I suggest, after we spoke to you guys, I suggest everyone in my family, in my friends, near ones, to have a lot of fluids, warm fluids, especially kadas, and which the video is already been uploaded by you. So so that kada
was that video helpful?
I'm sure it must have been helpful. To me, I started doing that after coming from the hospital. So I can say, yeah,
Okay.
it was helpful. The others
Okay.
are trying to do it. They missed one or two ingredients here and there. But I think that basic concept of warm things and things which is improving your immunity and
Immunity.
metabolism. Yeah. So I think that's the main catch. And apart from that, it's very important to inform your loved ones, dear ones, your family, your friends to have a lot of vitamins, especially vitamin C and zinc tablets. I still recommend people who don't have throat problem or who don't have coughing to go forward for the hot water gargle at least once, to do steam inhalation. That can be preventive also. I mean, you don't have to be a patient to do all these things. As a matter
Yeah.
of fact, in the day of morning, you can do as a prevention. So I learned from the doctors that the virus still exists in your body, even if you make it negative for maybe a few days, 20, 30 days. So that's what everyone has to keep in consideration. They may get a negative report, but the report nowadays, what I read everywhere, the article is 60 to 70%
It's not
accurate.
100. Yeah, it's not 100% right.
So if when they are turning you negative, you may be still positive, or when you are positive, you still may be negative. So I think the best thing you can do is stay isolated, not to increase. I have been very lucky in terms of my workplace, my management, my owners, the colleagues and the family. Everyone has been very supportive during this time. So I didn't feel the pinch of it,
Great.
honestly.
Okay. But
So yeah.
what was the immediate response when you came to know that, okay, something is wrong
I
and you're
isolated
COVID
myself.
positive? So were you shattered, or you were like quite stable, or what was the
No,
thing?
I think the first day when I went for COVID test, I already made up my mind. I think the most important thing that you have to do out of all this thing is you have to make up your mind. The world can stand against you, but if you are against everyone and you know that there is a war which is going on, against something for which the world is against. So I think you just need to make up your mind. So the first thing I did was made up my mind. I told my relatives this may happen, this may not happen. So whatsoever thing is, I will come out of this. All have to stay strong, and everybody did that. They kept asking, they kept calling. Unfortunately, for a few days, I avoided phones a lot, because it creates a panic amongst people. So it's better just to avoid that question answers, and that helped actually.
So basically, you want to share a message that you need to be strong-headed. So once you're a strong-headed, so this thing doesn't affect you more mentally, because
Yes,
once you're
once you
mentally
start
stable,
giving up,
physical ailments can be taken care of.
yeah, because it's from my personal experience. Once you are sick and you start thinking, oh, I have an ache here. If you may not have an ache there, but your mind starts developing a phenomena. Okay, haan bhai hai idhar. Oh, I have a headache. Oh, I have a fever. Oh, I have a this. So initial few days, my reaction was the same. Arey bhai, fever chal raha hai. Oh, maybe, and the difference was 99.4 to 99.5. And to me, the reaction was like, arey 5 degree बढ़ गया हो वैसा. I have a young body. I may have a diabetic, but diabetic is not, for me, diabetic, what I understand from one of my endocrinologists, diabetes is not a disease. It's a lifestyle. You have to altogether adapt a different lifestyle. So what I was trying to do from last 1 or 2 months is, I think the most worst thing which happened during the lockdown was my sugar levels. So I was eating, and a lot of, when you're home, you're trying to do
A
all the
wrong
kind of
lifestyle.
Yeah.
That is known as a lockdown lifestyle, which people are following these days.
So, but
inappropriate sleep hours.
So once I was just sitting and I felt, Arey Baba, my stomach is bloating up. That was the day I contacted one of the dietitians, and her name is Dr. Chaitali, and she gave me a very good diet, balanced diet and similarly, I started the most important factor was controlling sugar, because in this COVID, the most thing which was panicking me that if my sugar levels remain high, I'll be affected
because
very
comorbid patients
badly.
are getting more affected.
Yes.
Especially
So I think the most important thing which didn't lead to disaster was because I controlled the sugar pretty good. So yes, there's a message for diabetic patients. You need to keep a check on your diabetes regularly. Doesn't
Okay.
matter day, morning, or wherever. You need to keep a check on your diet. I know I have eaten a sandwich and a fixed diet of a breakfast for 1 complete month without a cheat. So
Okay.
that acted. I think that was the most important factor. So yes, sugars has to be kept in control, and you need to know
Okay.
your body exactly, because sometimes people do not react, but they ignore to a level which is like, even if they have fever, they're like, etc., etc. But
They
I
take
think
it
the first day,
casually.
yeah, so the first day I had fever, the only thing I asked everyone in the house, just isolate, I had friends over which were there at my house. The first day I had fever, I just asked them, please leave. You may feel bad about
Hmm.
it, you may feel abstract about it, but I just don't want to risk people around me who are with me. So I asked them to leave immediately. So yeah,
Really?
precaution and everything is important. Yeah.
Yes, yes. We're quite socially responsible guy. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm sure you might be very physically drained with this COVID thing, but mentally, how your family, your friend, and especially I would ask about your extended family, means your office family, cope up with all these things. In like, what aspect they helped you, or in what aspect they were able to, give you something which was really helpful at this time.
See, I think, as I said earlier, the most positive part which remained out of all this thing was the help from, I mean, family is always beside you, apne to apne hote hi hai, that goes without saying. And I do not deny any negligence from my family. They were absolutely there and in all possible manner.
Okay.
But yes, my extended family, like my office, especially my bosses, the CEO of our company, Mr. Nirmal, the HR head, Mr. Vinod Dinodia. I mean, they were absolutely fine. I mean, they told me that, look, you are not sick and you are not dying, so don't panic, because when I
Okay.
didn't find myself
That's
a hospital bed, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is
I
happening.
remember.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I think we have a pretty good mentors in our office, especially in terms of our CEO. We look at that guy and we look at him and he's smashing. What is
Okay.
maturity? What is things? So our extended family has been very good. Company has been supportive
Okay.
for hospitals and
Okay.
everything. And that is what I would request and suggest everyone to treat the patient of COVID like that, around you. Because when you start treating him like a victim or you start treating him like a culprit, that's where the thing may go wrong. I was never
True.
made to feel कि भाई तुम इतना आते जाते होगे. In 1 month, I
इसलिए
never
कोविड
felt.
लगा है एंड ऑल दैट
हाँ,
स्टफ व्हाट
no
नॉर्मली
one
पीपल से
told
कि
me.
हाँ ये तो बाहर
Yes,
घूमता ही होगा इसलिए इसे कोविड हुआ है. He
yes.
was
And
not
I
very
was going in
responsible.
lockdown.
That is why he got COVID. That is the
Yeah, because I
general
was going in
statement occurring
lockdown,
here.
so we had a certain permissions. So not during the initial lockdown, but when this government opened, the
Yeah.
Bengal government
And
opened the
lockdown one.
offices.
I remember
Yeah.
during
So
unlockdown one phase you started going to office and all.
no, not
So maybe
initial that
that.
time. No, but this
Okay.
time, not when the West Bengal government and the lockdown got open,
Okay.
unlock phase one. So that's when
Unlockdown
we
one
started
phase
going to
generally.
office, and our office was very keen that you don't come every day, Baba. You come only when it is
Okay.
required, work from home. And very luckily, apart from in our industry, many companies have gone for salary reduction, employee reductions. But as I said, I'm working in a very good organization. They were
Okay.
behave pretty professionally. They didn't
Great.
fire people inadequately or something, and they paid everyone very nicely. So yes, you have to treat your employees, you have to treat your people around you responsibly, and that's what they did. They never in this
Okay.
1 month told me कि भाई तुम ज़्यादा घूम रहे थे या इसलिए कर रहे थे या इसलिए ऐसा हुआ. No, the only things which came to me was, you're fine, you're gonna be fine. Think positive, everything is fine. We are there. Whatsoever, just give calls. So these are the only lines that I heard. And even my classmates,
Okay.
I mean, I would mention my class friends of my school time are my friends till now. And society plays an important role here. Social distancing is important.
True.
But even you, when you were there, I know you from so many years. You kept calling, you kept messaging. We have had our own share of fights for oximeter. So
I know, I still remember. I was like,
yeah.
go and buy oximeter, and you were like, I'm not getting it. How am I supposed to do that? And I know. I was literally scolding if you need to have a oximeter at your place. You cannot take a chance and all that. Okay, Pratik. Can you specify how Ayurvedic medicine, yogic techniques, and other wellness aspects helped you in managing your symptoms during COVID phase, or any specific comment or suggestions from your end?
No, I think as far as Ayurveda is concerned, I think people, it does not require its introduction. People know it's our ancient medical treating way. And the biggest advantage Ayurveda has, it doesn't, the Ayurvedic medicines do not have side effects like allopathy medicines you have. And especially when you're having all these antibiotics and everything right during the treatment, you lose your taste buds, you feel heaviness, there's a lot of dehydration caused, you know. You need to have, you need to have electrolytes and everything. So it's very essential for people to shift to Ayurvedic as soon as they can. Not only in this, for like example, as I told you before also, I'm trying to shift to Ayurveda for diabetes and regular things also. Because even when we speak to the doctors, they say every medicine has some of these effects and side effects both, you know, and you can easily find it on Google. Every salt or every drug has some kind of side effects when taken directly. So Ayurveda and yoga, I mean, yoga helped me especially for the breathing part of it. I used to breathe and I used to start coughing again and again because there was, before I got sick, I could breathe and I could hold the breath. I could hold my breath and pass it out, but it became very difficult. So that is small exercise of breathing short and everything that helped. Similarly, the Ayurvedic medicines of kadas, you know, then Kiloi Vati and Ashwagandha Vati, you know, these are natural immunity boosters. So their unka ras, etc. So the more you do not put allopathic drugs in general practice, the better it is, because these things do not have a side effect at the end of it. So yeah, I still recommend people. I still push people. I'm not against allopathy, to be honest. I am using allopathic and insulins for my diabetes, so I cannot be against them. But yes, I think the more people will adapt the Ayurvedic or the yogic treatment in their lifestyle, it'll ease out their pressure for or dependency on the allopathic medicines, you know. And slowly, gradually, if they master the art, I'm sure they can get out of this problem pretty easily.
Basically, Ayurveda is a way of living. So it's not only about treatment part, it's more about the prevention and curative, both the aspects. So like, you know, the main slogan of Ayurveda is Swasthya Swasthya Rakshanam Aturasya Vikar Prashanam. So first we prevent and then cure. What do you say? Like, did you use any of the preventive aspect during this COVID phase?
I think the first day itself, see, the first day when you get sick, the first call to my father, and when my father was here and everything, the first thing was like, "Arey Baba, you start up with kada." My brother, you know, on the other part of the country is like, "Arey ye kada, wo kada." So I think the first thing that we started was kada, the gargles, you know, with the turmeric thing in it and salt in it, hot water. I am not a lover of hot water at all. But I think this 1 month has made me very habitual to hot water. On the other side, it has given me a good advantage. I've started on losing on weight. It can be also due to the COVID thing, but I think a lot of warm water consumption keeps you properly hydrated.
Basically, all the kadas and they keep you hydrated and it improves the metabolism. So indirectly, it will help you to lose weight.
Yeah, so the weight check is quite okay. That doesn't mean just for everyone. It doesn't mean that you should not exercise or you should not. Only hot water doesn't help. You need to have additional workout sessions which has to go on, yoga sessions which has to go on. And I think combination, if you can't do everything in major, at least do some things in small portion. So your body gets adapted to this and it'll start, you know, reacting that way. And I'm sure body will work out someday and, you know, things will get better.
Okay, great. And Pratik, what is your message to the people, like, you know, regarding COVID thing? Okay, what message you would pass across the globe in terms of managing your COVID at home, or what would be your last line, a takeaway?
Few things that everyone needs to have when they're there around is have your gloves, have your mask, and have your sanitizers with you in whatsoever way you can. That's the first initial frontline defense, you can say. I mean, that's the first frontline defense, you can say. Second, on your general day habits, you can start off with the preventions, like as I told, kadas, warm water, keeping yourself hydrated, gargling. That goes very well along with the vitamin C and vitamin zinc and multivitamins, whichever your body requires. You need to know your body first. You need to consult. Maybe people can contact you, or yes, they can check, because just simply saying multivitamins, people may access some vitamins in their body or etc. So it is better to consult a physician first, know your body, and then take things accordingly. Keep a check on your body, and sanitization or hygiene is very important in and around you, etc. For you, for your family, for your loved ones. And important is how you treat people in COVID. You should not treat people in COVID like a culprit or a victim. They should be treated like patients who are temporarily sick and would be fine soon. Yes, it needs attention, and it also needs careful, the one around them has to be also very careful while treating them or handling them, etc., because they also have a chances of taking that thing. So yes, one has to be attentive, calm, and composed. That's all.
Okay, great. Okay. Would you like to say something about our initiative, our MMTSL initiative, what we have started, what we have come up with?
See, the medical tourism is something which is very is in, I would say, in the current time or current scenario. What the younger generation says, it's in. So yeah, medical tourism is in. We know people coming in from the other parts of world to India for medical tourism, but they are normally coming for the allopathic surgeries or etc. But so giving them this part of medical, as tourism or option for taking their thing. Yes, the wellness thing is, I think, very important. This can be adapted by the corporates for their general, quite to relieve their employees from stress, as a stress buster, to ease out the people. So it is important, and someone had to take this initiative. It is good that this organization has taken this initiative, because eventually people never thought that ki bhaiya Ayurvedic mein koi medical tourism type hoga. But if you see, eventually there are a lot of firms in the north part of India, jaise Haridwar mein, Rishikesh mein, people are paying huge amount of money just for the sake ki pahadon mein baith ke yoga karenge, But the yoga which they want to do in pahado will be the same effect if you do it your apartment in Mumbai at 27th floor or even at 2nd floor, So you have to take that. You should know your body, consult a good doctor. I mean, you guys will be able to help them in that way. And slowly, jisko pata hai thoda sa problem hai, address the problem at the first go and let it not increase. So I think that is important. और आप लोग का, I mean, Maharashtra Medical Tourism is an initiative which has gone to a different level altogether for reaching people. There are digital platforms that they are using. They are also using different methods to approach to people, and they are not what I would say doing it as a business only, or module for business. It is also for the well-being of people. So I'm sure there is a class of people who understands the importance of Ayurveda, wellness, yoga. So they will come to such organization, and such organization is benefited to general people also.
Okay, great. So post-lockdown, we can expect you to be in one of our wellness center for a preventive treatment,
yes.
diabetic package,
I'm pretty sure,
something like that.
Yeah, because I keep traveling. I keep traveling to Mumbai, especially. It was my hometown until few years back. I think I left Mumbai in 2012 before shifting to Dubai, and then to Delhi, and then to Kolkata. So I have been like kind of Banjara, here and there quite a bit. So, but Mumbai has a home for my mom. So yeah, it has a special place in my heart. So yeah, I make sure that every year I'm in Mumbai or some other way. So I will definitely visit you guys And for my next things, like I think I
Because
want
we'll
to
be
go for
having the
better
best
skin
part
things.
is, yeah, the best part is we are going to have an in-house treatment. Like, when you come to my clinic, it's like a OPD basis, but we are going to have a like more than 13 places all over Maharashtra where we are, and there you can have an in-house treatment for 8 days, 5 days, 15 days, that kind of we are coming up with, so that we can help
Yeah.
you to change your lifestyle. Because lifestyle
Exactly.
modification is most important in preventing any kind of disorder or treating any kind of disease, right?
Ji. Ji.
So hope to see you soon. Yeah.
Yes, I
So
hope
Pratik, thanks.
things normalize pretty soon, and yeah, I should be there. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. On behalf of MMTSL, I would really love to thank you, Pratik, for sharing a very insightful experience. And I'm sure that many people would be, will get a lot of information with this video. So once again, thanks a lot. Everyone, let's join a hand together and crush this COVID-19. And I'm sure MMTSL will always be there for you. So for any medical and wellness assistant, please reach out to MMTSL. Thank you, and thanks, Pratik. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you. Yeah, bye. Thank you.